Touray, Africa eyes 4% growth in 2025 amid inflation relief, security strains. President of the ECOWAS Commission, Dr. Omar Touray, has said that despite mounting security challenges and political turbulence in parts of West Africa, Africa's economy is on track to grow by 4.0% in 2025, up from 3.6% in 2024. Presenting the state of the community at the first ordinary session of the 6th ECOWAS Parliament in Abuja, Nigeria, Dr. Touray expresses optimism about the regional economic outlook. QTV correspondent reports that these gains were attributed to tighter monetary policies and declining food and energy prices across the region.
The ease in inflation and remarkable resilience are parts of the ECOWAS member state monetary policies projected to reach 5.1% in 2025. President of the ECOWAS Commission, Dr. Omar Touray, described these giant strides as progress outpacing continental and global averages. He, however, stressed that, despite these gains, the region is still battling worsening insecurity, coupled with falling commodity prices, expected to drive the continent's budget deficit to 6.0% of GDP in 2025, up from 4.1% in 2023. Touray assured lawmakers that, even with the growing fiscal pressure, the debt-to-GDP ratio is forecast to stabilize at 65%, attributing this to sound regional economic policies and strategic reforms.
Growth would be driven mainly by the four largest economies, namely Senegal 6.5%, Ghana 4.0%, Nigeria, and Cote d'Ivoire. Inflationary pressures in ECOWAS is expected to ease slightly in 2025 to 19.7%, compared to 24.8% in 2024. This would be mainly driven by the relative stability in the national currencies, energy prices, ease in the supply of food products, and tight monetary policies. The regional budget deficit is expected to improve to 4.6% in 2025, compared to 5.2% in 2024. This is explained mainly by the improved revenue mobilization and expenditure rationalization across member states. Similarly, the average regional debt-to-GDP ratio would be down to 57% compared to 58.2%, driven mainly by new debts.
Touray also raised alarm over the deteriorating security situation, stressing the withdrawal of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger from ECOWAS and the recent crisis in Guinea-Bissau and Liberia. He said these developments have heightened the risk of terrorism and instability in the region. Still, he reaffirmed ECOWAS' resolve to pursue diplomacy and mediation to preserve peace and promote democratic governance.
Cannot stay away from each other. It is important that we find ways to maintain the gains of integration, to maintain the social cohesion of the sub-region. We all win in being together. Nobody wins in a division or in being separated. So this is why we have started we are preparing for the negotiations, and the whole objective is to keep West Africa together.
The president further hinted at the long-standing infrastructure challenges and called on member states to scale up investment in regional projects. He emphasized that the community is leveraging the Lagos-Abidjan corridor and the West African Power Pool to strengthen cross-border trade and electricity interconnection across the region.
Infrastructure is essential for our development and for our integration. And this is why ECOWAS is focusing on key infrastructure, particularly the Lagos-Abidjan corridor, as well as the Abidjan-Praia corridor. The whole idea is to develop these two key corridors to ensure that we can trade easily and we can move freely and easily within the community. So ECOWAS is focusing on that, and beyond the road infrastructure, we are focusing on the energy infrastructure. We have the West African Power Pool, which seeks to integrate the member states in this area so that we can trade easily.
Touray highlighted the need for members of the parliament to show greater commitment to financial obligations to achieve unity and cooperation, essential for sustaining regional integration for the bloc's vision for peace, progress and prosperity. Vincent Okushi, KTV News.